Let's start by mentioning the eachine E31, which costs less than £20, has been crashed a lot, has carried FPV and sort of more cinematic type small cameras, and we've had it for over 3 years. A toy drone that was just worth keeping all the time and worth flying. It's still good fun. When I came across this the other week, the eachine E33, I was really quite impressed with the fact you could buy it still for under £25. Another Hubsan inspired design with massive propellers. It's a little bit smaller than the eachine E31, but has some super bright LEDs, as you'll see. Camera port there. I've removed the camera for sort of display purposes here. This version, as you saw, it's E33C, which is the camera version, no Wi-Fi. Hopefully, yeah, a really good flyer. We got to grips with it almost straight out the box without charging it properly, hence the flashing, and it flew very well. It's a non-altitude hold version from eachine, as opposed to the altitude hold of the eachine E31 you saw previously with the green propellers. Blue lights at the front, red at the back like a car. Well, red lights at the back like a car. It flew quite well. The only thing is, seemed to climb on its own a little bit in the air, and when you did release the throttle, it kind of dropped like a stone. So it took a bit of getting used to, but non-altitude hold nonetheless. eachine, dirt cheap toy quadcopter that can fly okay. So yeah, we were quite impressed. This is me on my own putting it through paces while pilot JJC is at school. I had the dog and grandchild with me. As I say, flight-wise, quite good. Took a bit of getting used to with that drop, but nonetheless, well worth the money. Nice design, compact. I've left the camera footage till the very end of the reel, quite simply because it's one of those typical toy drone cameras that doesn't do very well. Yeah, so here I am putting it through its paces, as I say, on a fairly windless day in autumn, November 2021. A 1S battery affair, toy drone, having some fun. It's been a while. The weather's been shocking, and I've not really had that much of either the time or the inclination to fly, so hopefully there'll be a few more videos coming out in the next few weeks.
Alright.
What else do I say here? Yeah, there's the grandchild expressing his concern and dislike of drones and the noise they make. So I'll land it here, and then I'll pick up on another flight. So a slightly different day. Again, the eachine being put through its paces here, but this time by pilot JJC, who is tasked with it being a non-altitude hold drone, flipping the heck out of it. He's normally very good at this sort of thing by cutting the throttle and flipping it over. So it was just getting used to the ups and downs of it, and as I say, in terms of it, it does take itself up a little bit on its own, which was a bit unnerving. There's no actual buttons labelled on the controller, so it took us a while to find out the camera button. So I was shouting instructions about, quick, make sure you film before you flip, make sure you take a picture before you flip, just to get some footage. Yeah, there's the up and down kind of thing. On the whole, as I say, it did fly okay. Excuse the blinding sunlight in this sketch. And my raging cold. What else? Yeah, LED's good. The camera fitted on quite nicely and stayed stably on. I can't say the footage is the best. As I say, that's left till the end.
Just have a nice fly around.
One thing that's really sort of put a dampener on it, though, is the event that's about to happen. Whilst flying the drone around, JJC inquired how to flip it from the controller. On this particular drone, you click the top right shoulder button and then flick the right joystick whichever direction you want it to flip. I demonstrated that earlier on my solo flight, and he tries to do the same here just to get used to the flips it can do on its own automatically. However, it didn't recover from the crash that ensued. So we literally had a night flight, an afternoon in a park on my own, and then an afternoon together to put it through its paces, but the crash that ensues shortly sees the end of the drone. One of the prop shafts are actually bent, with it being such an old drone, an old model. Here's the crash.
Yeah.
It really aren't much in the way of spares out there, I don't think. It took long enough to find the drone.
Right shoulder button and then wiggle the stick any direction.
And that was that. And the word I used wasn't broken it. Not to worry. I mean, a nice design. I had been so looking forward to this. Here's the camera footage. Hope you join us on the next one. Like and subscribe. Shame this one didn't work out. Not to worry. Thanks again.